What's up, people? My name is Mr. Jack Falafel, and I like Whang. Justin Whang, that is. If you don't know who Whang is, he's a YouTuber slash internet historian who specializes in all stories from the interesting and odd to taboo and gross and weird. So in today's video, I'm going to be dedicating my first ever portrait pants to Justin. Firstly, if you didn't see what happened to the last pants I painted, sadly they were ruined in the wash. I still don't quite know why that happened, so if you know, please go back and tell me in my last video. But I didn't want these pants to go to waste, so I'm trying to use them again. But to do that, I have to prepare them a little bit first. They do have a lot of old paint still on them and kind of chipping off. So I just got some rough sandpaper, I think it's like 80 grit, and I tried to sand off as much of the paint as I could. The sanding it worked okay. I did get a lot of the paint off, but you could still see a lot of patches where there was quite a bit of paint. So I grabbed some turpentine, which is like a paint thinner. I tried to thin out the paint and sand some more of it off, which seemed to work a lot better, and I got a lot of the thicker areas down to a smoother level. And then I had to wash the pants because I can't paint when there's paint thinner on the pants, you know. So I chucked them in the wash. I actually washed them twice because they still kind of smelled like turps. So I was like, oh, better be careful, I'll wash them again, you know. Once they were dry, I did tape them up like I normally do around the back pockets, and I painted the back pockets white. This time I am just using straight acrylic paint. In my last video I used paint and glue as a mix. I didn't want to take any chances this time, so I'm just sticking with the straight acrylic in this one. As usual, I picked two different colors for the back pockets. Today I picked orange and purple. I thought it'd be a nice contrast. I picked orange mainly to represent Reddit, and purple I just thought it would look nice with the orange next to it. And I started with the orange pocket. I went with a very simple design on the orange pocket. I chose the Reddit logo, whose name is actually Snoo, if you didn't know. And he's like this alien creature that represents Reddit. So I just got some black paint. I drew the outline of him. I kept the inside of him white. And I gave him a few little orange touches for the eyes. And yeah, it's a very simple design. It didn't take me very long to do that. So I moved on to the next pocket. So after my last video where I redesigned Mr. Beast's logo, I thought I'd have a look at Whang's logo and try and mix things up and do something kind of similar with his. Try and remake it and make it my own. And that's why I wanted to paint on the purple pocket. So I did do a couple very rough and basic design ideas. I didn't want to go too far away from the design that he already has, which looks like this. So the logo I went with was just a very similar logo to Justin's original one, except I swapped out the A for a little cartoon of his face. I kind of thought it was cute and funny. So again, I just went with a quick black outline of the letters and the face and just got it looking in the right shape. I then filled in the letters with the same orange from the other pocket to sort of match them up, you know. I painted Justin's face white and gave him a little mustache and everything. And then, because I felt like I painted the logo a little bit small on the pocket, I thought I'd put something underneath, and what I did for that was I just painted a big mustache underneath, but it turned out a little bit too dark. You can't see it too well in contrast to the background, but I'll fix that up later. Once that all dried, I moved on to the front of the pants. Like I mentioned, I did want to do something a bit different with the front of the pants, which is why I'm painting my first ever pants portrait. I do want to practice my portrait abilities and skills and try and get better as this channel moves along, you know. Now, this portrait was a real effort for me because it's the first one I've ever done. I didn't really know where to start. So I started with a basic shape for his face. I did leave some holes where his eyes are because I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do that. I started with the main part of his face, which is his glorious mustache. I must say, Justin, well done, because that thing is beautiful. I then filled in his eye holes and gave him some eyeballs. And I also did a little bit of shading with some darker colors just to try and get the start of his nose happening. God, The nose, man. The nose. Oh, man, the nose. So apparently I don't know how to paint a nose. But I did my best, I swear. I gave it my all when I painted this. I really tried to make it look as good as possible, but the nose just wasn't happening for me. I moved on and gave him some bushy-ish eyebrows and some nice pink looking lips as well. I touched up a bit of his beard and gave him a little bit of a goatee as well. I did add some smaller details around his eyes and a little bit more on his nose. And then I moved on to his beautiful hair. I'm not too happy with my hair painting abilities either, but as it's my first go around, I'm not disappointed. I still think it looks like hair. I still think it looks okay for the style that I'm adapting for this. I then gave him a neck and the start of a torso, and then I painted the background just a straight purple color to try and get rid of some of the old trees that were still in the background. So to make it a bit more interesting, give it a bit more color on the front of the pants, I decided that I'd paint his actual logo going across his torso and fill it with the same orange color that I used on the back of the pants. And at this point, I was finished painting for the day, but to be honest, I really wasn't happy with it, especially the nose. If you look at the nose, I really had to fix it. It's not even the same color as the rest of his face, so I don't quite know how I managed that, but you know, I had to go back and fix it. Also, the purple that I used for the background dried a bit darker than I thought it would, so he doesn't really stand out. His hair doesn't contrast with the background very well. It kind of just looks like a big face in this big blackish area. So I decided to pick a lighter purple color, and I repainted the background as well. I tried to fix the nose like 10 times. I was having so much trouble with the nose. I kept looking at it. I kept trying different ways. I was trying different shades. I was trying to match it with the rest of his face too. And for the life of me, I just couldn't do it. I did end up with a nose that I'm somewhat happy with. I do think it's an improvement on where I left it the day before. But overall, I think it could have been a better job still. But I don't know if I'm just going crazy trying to paint the same nose 10 fucking times. But yeah, I just had to move on because I was just stuck at that point. I also added an extra layer of orange to the logo as well to give it a bit more pop to it. I touched up the back pockets as well, gave it another layer of paint, especially on Snoo. He needed a bit more white on his insides. And then for the purple pocket, I also painted that a lighter purple. So after a few hours of drying, I decided to heat set it with an iron just to try and get the paint to really set and stay on the pants. Because I'm fucking terrified of all the paint coming off again. I was so cut after last time and it all just came off. So to be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do if all the paint comes off these pants. I might just get rid of these pants and find a new pair of pants to paint. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I like Whang. I hope you guys enjoy Whang's videos as well. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here and you want to see more content like this. Now, I am going to show you my finished pants before I wash them because I want you to really appreciate the portrait and just everything in its final form. And then I'm going to wash them and give you a little bit of an update afterwards just to let you know if they came through the wash okay. Because to be honest, I'm fucking terrified and I think you guys need to know what happens. Anyway, here's my first ever portrait pants. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you with a quick update in just a minute. Bye.
See you sleeping all day, hating life. You don't really got it right. Everybody is the same. What the hell's your fucking brain? The reason why we all complain is cause all we want is some change. But then we said fuck it, we were so estranged. So you think that self-loathing is better than being happy? Nah. Step the fuck away, I'm feeling a little bit snappy. Just look at my face, you're a closed case. Motherfuckers laughing at you cause they think you're first in the race, bitch. So while you're being a clown, just know that I'm with the most. If you wanna be a sheep, just know that I am the ghost. So while you're being a clown, just know that I'm with the most. If you wanna be a sheep, just know that I am the ghost. I am the ghost.
Alright, so they've just come out of the wash they held up okay. except they've become a little bit more textured for some reason. Like, I think maybe some of the old paint or something underneath has like lifted, but there's like a fair bit of paint on top, so it didn't actually flake off. I'm not gonna put them through the dryer because I feel like it might just flake off, so I'm gonna let them dry just like hanging up, and then I might reset them with the iron. I think it didn't seem to have too much of the same effect on the back. They look and feel about the same as when they went in there, just a little bit wet. So yeah, I think it turned out okay. I'm just going to be careful with how I wash them and make sure that I don't wear them too often, because I don't think they will last forever. I don't know where this like little purples come from, because I don't really have any purple in this area at all. So that's a bit strange. But yeah, other than that, still pretty happy with it. Cool.